just one share and 2 likes. That is so annoying. I've been releasing podcasts for months now, and I thought I'd have a few more likes and a few more followers.
Sounds like you could use a hand. Turn your followers into loyal superfans. They're usually more than happy to share your podcast with others.
Where's that coming from? Is there someone in my house?
No. So you might be wondering, what exactly is a superfan? They're kind of like regular fans, but they go over the top. They do whatever they can to big you up to their mates.
You mean like blog posts, videos and the like?
Exactly, but they're collaborators building with you.
So obviously people aren't going to do all this without some kind of incentive, right? You know, like money or prizes.
Superfans won't just share any old tripe, no. Devoting time and energy into something is a real labour of love.
Kinda like a hobby.
Precisely, but you need to know exactly who you're talking to and what they're interested in so you can understand how you can help them. Oi, you! Yeah, you! You're listening to a podcast right now, ain't you?
Yeah, it's the Tim Ferriss show.
You shared anything funny or interesting about it?
Yeah, I have actually. He tweeted something the other day about a 6-year-old making plans, which I thought was really funny, so I shared it to my friends.
Even though people won't necessarily be promoting your podcast, places like Twitter and Facebook or Instagram, they're great for getting your name and your brand out there.
So if I just share things every so often, that'll help promote my podcast?
Well, I wouldn't unless I was really into it.
If you've got hundreds of thousands of followers, it'll work. If not, it's going to fall on deaf ears. That's why you need a superfan.
You keep saying superfans, but they sound really difficult to reach.
Not if you create value specifically for them. Our superfans are the select few. They see themselves as the inner circle, so think of them as close friends.
I wouldn't say close friends, more like chums.
So my superfans kind of feel like they're part of the story and more connected to my podcasts, which makes it easier to share my content.
Now you're getting it. Once you know your ideal listener, you can focus specifically on them. Don't try and be all things to all people. Plus, you can then create content specifically for that person.
Got it. Sounds straightforward when you put it like that. How do I get the ball rolling?
Consistency and high value content.
I mean, well, yeah, obviously. Anyone gets sucked into like high value content on podcasts, especially if it's on Instagram or Twitter, and it's like a 30-second clip. I love that.
Sharing on socials is a lot like baking a cake. Sure, you might have all the right ingredients, but you've got to know how to mix them together.
So what? Sharing a link to my latest podcast, it just won't do?
Not if you want people to actually share it. Take what you've already recorded and turn it into something shareable, such as like an interesting quote, little video clips, anything.
Well, yeah, if it's funny or interesting, well, yeah, I'd share it, yeah.
Essentially, you're baking social experience for your listeners, so your content is more shareable.
This sounds like it takes time. What if I want to share my podcast quickly?
You can with paid ads, or make things more fun by running a competition.
Yeah, everyone loves a freebie.
Hey,
Huh?
want to win some free tickets to see your favourite podcaster live?
Obviously, free stuff is the best stuff.
Competitions aren't long-term solutions though, so don't overdo it.
Kind of like when shops have long sales on, the novelty kind of wears off.
Yeah, so be creative. Think of competitions that are easy to do, but people also want. You know, like free tickets to a live show of yours.
I feel like I'm moving too far away from my podcast by doing this kind of stuff.
It can feel like that sometimes, but at the end of the day, they're all tools to promote your podcast.
That's easy enough to do.
They're nice little nods to a select few, and give just a little bit of exclusivity to those who want to get involved.
I've seen other podcasters have people posting videos talking about their shows. Even things like Risk and This American Life have subreddits.
As you grow and gain influence, your podcast and everything associated with it all becomes a platform for others wanting to get noticed. That's exactly why you'll see people wanting to create content around your podcast.
So my superfans will be the ones creating content.
In a nutshell, yeah. But it doesn't take time out of your schedule. Plus, it helps create unique content that you wouldn't normally get.
I could even get my own Wikipedia page further down the line.
No you can't, but superfans like us can.
Yeah, but you need to get fans involved early on. Give them a space to raise their voice, ask you questions, get them involved in your journey.
That all makes sense. So I've just got to try and make closer connections with my superfans, and by repurposing my content, and they'll probably do the hard work for me. You know, by doing stuff like running competitions, snippets for socials, give shout outs. Then it'll be even easier for people to create content around my podcast. And that should really put me on the right path to getting my podcast heard.
Correct. Now there's obviously loads more you can do to help your superfans share their content with others, but it's a great start. If you really want to sink your teeth into something with a little bit more sustenance, then why not check out the Podcast.co Influence and Revenue course. It's designed to help people like you become an influencer and gain a little bit more money from their podcast.
And then I can make a living doing what I love.
Of course you can. Just head over to podcast.co/courses.